Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be checking out if the Mac Studio M4 Max is able to play Minecraft and kind of what that performance looks like. Let's get right into the video. Alright, we're going to switch over to my desktop. Alright, so now you guys should be able to see my Minecraft. At the moment we do have it in full screen, and I've made a video about this, how important that is because it turns game mode on Mac, and it kind of ensures that the processor, the RAM, and the graphics are more dedicated to that application whenever you're playing a game. I've noticed if you're not in game mode that there's kind of a lack of performance, and it's just minor things. I can see more tears, for example, and a little bit more glitchiness in how the game looks. It just kind of smooths things out, so I'd highly recommend you full screen whatever game you're playing on Mac. Alright, so we're getting here. We're just going to load up a single player world. I'm going to turn it into creative, and we'll load it up. And I'll let you guys kind of just see what it's like to even open the application, open it up, see how long it takes. So hard drive on Mac, super quick, so everything goes in really fast. So as you can tell, pretty standard world generation. Everything is going pretty quick, and with the new update, which this one is 1.21.8, so the newest version, we're actually going to go in. So I'm on FOV 90, which is personally what I prefer. So if we go into video settings, I have smooth lighting on. This is the threaded chunk builder, fancy graphics, brightness up all the way. I have the render distance set to 12 and the simulated distance set to 12. I personally have VSync off. I found with a Mac there's not really a point unless you have a dedicated graphics card like with NVIDIA or AMD. So everything else seems pretty standard. Cloud distance, you could probably turn that down. Particles probably. But if you're going to play the game, I'd prefer it to look good. So. Additionally, personally, I have view bobbing turned off, so for me, I don't really care for that. I don't know. I think I liked PvP back in the day, and ever since using that for PvP, I've not turned it back on. All right, well, one thing I think that would actually help us out is to turn on F3. That way we can kind of see everything that's going on. So it looks like I only have 2 gigs of RAM in the top right, as you can see, dedicated to Minecraft at the moment, but it doesn't look like we're really maxing it out or anything. So at the moment, we are at 187 frames, 188 frames, and personally for me, my display is 165 hertz, so I definitely want to keep the computer over 165, because below that, it kind of begins to be a little bit more choppy, especially since I don't have like I've mentioned previously, like in a video, so there's no G-Sync, for example, which would kind of keep up with lower frame rates. So what we'll do actually is we'll go into options. I'm going to turn up the render distance all the way on both of those. So there we go, the world's kind of regenerating. I've already generated those chunks so they're a little bit faster. At the moment, it looks like we're doing still over 100, about 120. And I don't think these biomes are particularly difficult to load. It's just forest and tundra. In my opinion, right, so whenever I pull up F3, I think it kind of hurts performance anyways. Alright, so whenever we drop down onto the ground and I turn F3 off, it looks like the frame rate, personally, I can tell that it's sub 165. And of course, so if you have a monitor that's 60 hertz, for example, no problems at all. Like this game is perfectly playable on the highest settings. You could probably even turn biome blend up a little bit. And this is, of course, as you can see right there, I'm starting to lag just a little bit, and I think it's because it's generating some chunks out. In the newest update, they added fog, it looks like, which I think definitely helps the frame rate, especially on slower devices, which maybe you would consider this due to it not having dedicated graphics. But so personally, I find the game to be pretty playable, and I'm sure if you played on this world, every day, for example, everything would be perfectly smooth. So yeah, at the moment, it looks like whenever I'm walking around loading new chunks, I'm staying at about 60 frames. But if you were to play, something reasonable, like if we go back to 12, for example, and we can turn up biome blend just to test it out. So let's see. Yeah, about 170 frames, 160. So perfectly fine, especially if I was to turn F3 off, like I mentioned. I think that would boost the frame rate significantly. But this is really smooth, and I can feel it just in the way I'm looking around and everything like that. So yeah, this is kind of like a real-world test of playing Minecraft, not just, snippets or snapshots of shaders turned on and everything like that, but how most people play Minecraft, in a single-player world. I have played it on the Minecraft realm I have with my friends, and the performance is maybe 10 to 15% better, just because the server is actually doing a lot of the work for you. So I think that helps out a lot. If you play with your friends, there would be even better performance. So yes, Minecraft is absolutely playable, and if you're willing to lower the settings a little bit, maybe drop the render distance, or if you don't care about fancy shadows and everything like that, then you can get even more performance. I've personally played Minecraft a lot on the Mac. I had the Mac Mini M4 before this, and the performance on this computer is a lot better, but I think there is 3 times the GPU cores. I think there's 36 in the base model, which is what I have. But yeah, this is absolutely playable on the Mac Studio, no problems, and you can definitely push higher frame rates if you have a higher refresh rate monitor. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or any questions about maybe the settings or anything like that, I'd love to answer them in the comment section below. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.